quick note. If you want to understand what really makes people succeed in German and how you can build a language to actually use it, join my free live workshop at bettergerman.info/workshop. Dann gibt es Frühstücksbuffet. Or you could say, is the breakfast buffet included? Ist das Frühstücksbuffet im Zimmerpreis inkludiert? So, is the breakfast buffet included in the room price? Okay, and then the menu ist die Speisekarte. Could I have the menu? Kann ich bitte die Speisekarte haben? Could I have the menu, please? Oder die Rechnung bitte. That means the bill, please. All right. So, do you want to know how to use the restaurant words? Then you're correct in this episode. A couple of episodes ago, to be precise, was episode 53. We went over some words that had to do with restaurants. There were some words about the food and even some of the foods. And we also did have a few sentences that we went over. So this is the episode where we're going to practice this. Welcome to the Better German podcast. I'm Susie Blümel. I'm a German teacher and founder of Better German. In this podcast, I'll help you learn German in a simple and clear way. We'll cover useful words. We have clear sentence structures. You'll hear the pronunciation. And I'm going to go over real-life topics from our culture. And also I'm going to give you tips for learning German and to understand how the language actually works. When you're ready, I also have a free community and courses to support you even more. I'll give you a few things that you can use to practice those words, and we also have a treat. We have a dialogue. I got my husband to help me. I recorded a dialogue with my husband. Actually 2 dialogues, and we're going to go over that in a few minutes. And that is very exciting. I'm going to give you all the words, the special words in that dialogue, and then I'm going to play it slowly. And later on, we're going to play it faster. So that's going to be a very exciting thing. You can download a free PDF that goes with this episode and the episode 53. The PDF will contain the words that we went over in episode 53 and the sentences that we had, and also a transcript for the dialogue. It's very helpful so you can read along and you can follow it. And I hope you're going to have fun. Oh, by the way, the transcript is going to be translated, so you can really read along with it. Okay, cool. I hope this is going to be fun for you, and let's dive in. So the first word that we had on our list was das Restaurant. So let's make a few sentences. You could say something like, ich mag das Restaurant, which means I like the restaurant. And in this case, I talk about the specific restaurant. Or I could say, this restaurant is dieses Restaurant ist sehr gut. Or you could even say, my favorite restaurant is blah, blah, blah. Let's say I'm going to say, this is my favorite restaurant. Das ist mein Lieblingsrestaurant. I actually have to do something. I have to make a separate episode about how to express liking. Like, I like something, or this is my favorite, and so on. I'll keep a note on this, and I'll do that. Okay, good. So then the next word we have is café. Café could be coffee, but in this case, it's a coffee shop or a coffee place. And you write it a little bit different. So we could say, in Wien gibt es viele Cafés. Another way of saying that, referring to the same thing, is Kaffeehaus. So that's coffee house. Das Café Sacher, actually it's a hotel, but there's also a café in there. Es gibt viele berühmte Cafés there are many famous coffee houses or coffee shops in Vienna. Ich gehe ins Kaffeehaus. I'm going to the coffee shop, or I will be going to the coffee shop. Okay. Lokal. That is a restaurant or a little bit more general. So I could say, das Lokal ist sehr gut. That means the restaurant or the place is very good. Or, ich mag dieses Lokal. I like this place. I like this restaurant. Ich mag dieses Lokal. Or, we're going to eat in a restaurant today. Wir essen heute in einem Lokal. Maybe you have had the thought, maybe I'm not good at German. Then I want to assure you that's not the point. That's not the problem. I'm going to show you what is the problem. And how I show you is I have actually put together a workshop. It's a free live workshop on Zoom. And in there, I'm going over what could make you think that. We'll cover what could go wrong, but I'm also going to show you how can it be done right? So go to bettergerman.info/workshop and sign up for the workshop, and I'll see you there. And then the next one, Vorspeise. Die Vorspeise war sehr gut. The starter was very good. Or I could say, would you like a starter? Möchten Sie eine Vorspeise? Would you like a starter? Möchten Sie eine Vorspeise? When you want to say as a starter, you would say als Vorspeise. You could say as a starter, I'll eat a soup. Als Vorspeise esse ich eine Suppe. And then the main course, Hauptspeise. As a main course, I will eat the Lasagna. Als Hauptspeise nehme ich die Lasagne. That literally means as a main course, I take the lasagna. Oder das Menü, we will have that later. A menu is a fixed price meal, usually consisting of 2, sometimes 3 courses. And usually it includes a salad. So you could say the menu consists of a soup, a main course, and a salad. So das Menü besteht aus einer Suppe, einer Hauptspeise und einem Salat. It was like a little bit more advanced. But you will find all these sentences in the free PDF. So go download it. Oh, I didn't tell you where you could download it. Of course, I need to tell you. So you can download. Obviously, I'll put the link in the show notes. But you can also go to bettergerman.info/restaurant. That's where you will find this free PDF. And as always, you find the show notes, the full show notes, where I link everything that I mentioned in this episode on bettergerman.info/57. This is the 57th episode. Okay, good. So, Nachspeise. Ich esse heute keine Nachspeise. I won't have any dessert today. So Nachspeise is dessert. I won't eat any dessert today. Literally, we say I don't eat because we don't use future tense quite as much as in English. I've actually talked about this in, I think it was episode 53. So when we talk about future things, we will very often just use the present. Good. So if I say I would like a dessert, then I could say, ich hätte gerne eine Nachspeise. Or, ich hätte gerne ein Dessert. Ja, es ist die Speise oder das Dessert. Good. Then, next one. I already talked about it. Das Menü in German is a fixed price like meal, usually for lunch. This is a thing that is very usual in Austria. I'm not 100% sure how it is in Germany, if that's also quite as usual. However, in Austria, that's relatively cost-effective food, and in many places, this could be good quality Austrian food. So Go to a restaurant, to an Austrian restaurant, to a Gasthaus or a Wirtshaus. That's how we call them, a guest house, or Wirtshaus is another word for it. And you can find a menu there. So, ich möchte das Menü 1. I would like the menu 1. Ich möchte is another way of saying ich hätte gerne. Ich möchte, möchten is literally I would like. Ich hätte gerne is another way to say the same thing. Ich hätte gerne. I would have whatever. Gerne is a very interesting word. I put it there. I just translated the sentence. Ich hätte gerne means I'd like. Gerne is a word that doesn't have a direct translation into English, and it's actually an adverb. It expresses liking, but it's not a verb. It's an adverb. So it's kind of like if you say, I food like, or something like that. It doesn't work translating. Anyway, this gerne we can use to express liking. You could say, I like him is ich hab ihn gerne. Means I have him dearly, I guess. I have him dear, maybe. You could even say gerne as a short acknowledgement, like saying, yes, I would like something. Like, would you like to come tomorrow? Gerne. Yes, I'd like to. Gerne. So that's gerne, but that's just a little extra thing. So let's go back to the Mittagsmenü, to the fixed lunch meal. And the Mittagsmenü, a very typical Mittagsmenü. For example, on Fridays in Vienna, you will very often get fish as menu because that is a traditional thing to eat fish on Friday. So, das Menü ist heute Fisch, eine Suppe und dann Fisch, gebackener Fisch. So, gebacken means it has a bread crumb and it's fried in a bread crumb. So, gebackener Fisch. Good. Menü. Next word we have here, breakfast buffet. So, gibt es ein Frühstücksbuffet? Is there a breakfast buffet? Oder das Frühstücksbuffet ist hier sehr gut. That means the breakfast buffet here is very good. Or you could say, until when is the breakfast buffet open? So, bis wann hat das Frühstücksbuffet offen? Or, until when is there a breakfast buffet? So, bis wann gibt es Frühstücksbuffet? Or you could say, is the breakfast buffet included? Ist das Frühstücksbuffet im Zimmerpreis inkludiert? So, is the breakfast buffet included in the room price? Okay, and then the menu ist die Speisekarte. Could I have the menu? Kann ich bitte die Speisekarte haben? Could I have the menu, please? Oder die Rechnung bitte. That means the bill, please. So you could just say zahlen bitte. That means the same thing, basically. Literally, it means paying, please. But you could say die Rechnung bitte. Then the next one is tip. Man gibt ein Trinkgeld von ungefähr 10%. One gives a tip of about 10%. There is no legal obligation to give a tip. But it is customary and usually the friendly thing. So if you don't tip, it's usually the case and people will assume that you were very, very dissatisfied. Good. Ihm ein gutes Trinkgeld. Give him a good tip. I have seen many learners, German learners, work hard and still feel stuck. And that's not because they were not talented or something like that, but because they were employing the wrong method. And most traditional courses do that. They use methods that make a lot of people not succeed. You can see that very easily. There is many people that learn German at school, but still they don't speak it. Or that even go to courses and they learn it and they put in the work and they learn grammar rules and they still don't speak it. So what is it that actually makes people learn German? And this is what I'm going over in the free workshop, how to actually learn German. I would love to see you there. It's a live free workshop on Zoom and it's an interactive workshop. Whatever your German level is, you will be able to say your first sentences after this workshop. So I hope to see you there. You can find all the infos and you can sign up for it at bettergerman.info/workshop. Schnitzel. So Schnitzel, I think you probably know. Schnitzel, traditionally it is meat. It's veal. It's a young cow. And it has a breadcrumb and it's baked. If you're vegan, you're probably not going to eat Schnitzel, obviously. But there's also some places in Vienna where they will offer vegan or versions of a Schnitzel that could be made with chicken as well. But the veal is not necessarily halal. Okay, so a Schnitzel. Das Schnitzel ist gut. That means the Schnitzel is good. Where can I get a good Schnitzel? Wo bekommen wir ein gutes Schnitzel? Where do we get a good Schnitzel? So, Kaiserschmarrn, that is a very good traditional Viennese or Austrian, and you could probably get it in southern Germany, but it's actually a quite Austrian thing. So, Schnitzel will be probably also, you get it in Germany. However, it could be that it means something a little different. So in Austria, it's usually short for Wiener Schnitzel, Schnitzel for Wiener Schnitzel, and Wiener Schnitzel is what I just told you with a breadcrumb. In other places in the German-speaking area, a Schnitzel could be also meaning other types of meat. Okay, good. So a Kaiserschmarrn is a very good thing. You should try it. It's a good dessert. It's kind of like scrambled eggs with extra flour and a little sweet, and you eat it with something, with a type of fruit sauce, I would say. So Kaiserschmarrn schmeckt sehr gut. So Kaiserschmarrn tastes very well. Ich mag Kaiserschmarrn. I like Kaiserschmarrn. Good, and then something that I like very much too is Frittatensuppe. It's called pancake strip soup. It sounds weird. Come and taste it. It's not sweet. It's very good, usually. Frittatensuppe ist sehr gut. So, Frittatensuppe is very good. Oder ich liebe Frittatensuppe. I love Frittatensuppe. Good. And now we're going to go over, as I said, we have this nice dialogue. And let's go through it. I really suggest you to download the PDF for that. I'm not 100% sure if I managed in the video version to do it with both languages. If I managed to, then yeah. You can definitely check out my YouTube channel. It's worth doing that in any case because I have started recording. First of all, there is a YouTube channel. You can listen to or technically watch all of the podcast episodes. Most of the episodes, particularly the older ones, you can just read the transcript or the subtitles big and you have an illustration there. But some of them I have recorded in the newer versions of the podcast. They're all recorded. So you can watch me. And sometimes, when it makes sense, I will just show you something. When I talk about a specific thing, I'll show you the thing. And so you can definitely check those out. They're also in the show notes. The link to my YouTube channel is always in the show notes, but you can check it out there. However, at the time of this recording, I'm not at the same schedule between YouTube and podcast. So depending on when you watch it, it could be that you have to wait a little bit. But the best thing is to just subscribe to the channel and get notified. Guten Tag. Einen Tisch, bitte.
Gerne. Hier, die Speisekarte.
Oh, vielen Dank.
Zu trinken?
Ein Glas Wasser bitte.
Gerne. Bitteschön.
Oh, vielen Dank.
Was möchten Sie gerne essen?
Ich hätte gerne eine Frittatensuppe
Ja.
und dann ein Schnitzel und als Nachspeise einen Kaiserschmarrn.
In Ordnung. Hier.
Vielen Dank. Herr Ober,
Ja,
zahlen bitte.
komme sofort. In Bar oder mit Karte?
Mit Karte bitte.
Gerne.
Wie gebe ich hier Trinkgeld?
Bitte hier.
Vielen Dank. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Sehr gut. And now we're doing another scene. Da mache ich, da machen wir jetzt ein bisschen was anderes
Okay.
mit Menü oder irgend sowas. Okay? Und da
Ja.
fragst du mich dann vielleicht, ob ich noch eine Nachspeise möchte oder irgend sowas. Gut. Okay. Guten Tag.
Hallo.
Hallo.
Mittagsmenü?
Was gibt's denn?
Hier Menü 1, Menü 2.
Okay. Dann nehme ich das Mittagsmenü mit dem Schnitzel.
Gern.
Welche Suppe gibt's denn heute dazu?
Leberknödelsuppe.
Leberknödelsuppe. Das muss ich dann wohl den Zuhörern erklären. Okay, ja, dann nehme ich das Menü 1 mit der Leberknödelsuppe und dem Schnitzel.
Gut. Hier, bitteschön.
Sehr gut.
Wollen Sie noch eine Nachspeise?
Nein, danke, das war heute schon sehr viel. Wobei, der Kaiserschmarrn sieht schon gut aus. Aber ich glaube, ich komme morgen wieder.
Gut.
Zahlen bitte.
In Bar oder mit Karte?
In bar bitte.
Das macht 15.
Oh, das ist aber gar nicht so schlimm. 17 Euro bitte.
Vielen Dank.
Gerne. Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Super. All right, that was a little different episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like dialogues or texts. I was thinking of doing a few more of those. Sometimes in dialogue form or sometimes just by myself, giving you some texts in German. Then you can have fun with it. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next episode or hear you. Tune in. Here is a story from one of my students. She came to Austria because of love and she started learning German and she tried learning German and she learned German with different people. She had private teachers and private tutors that tried to help her and she worked hard and she didn't speak German. Then she came to me. I worked with her and she was not a difficult student, frankly. Not at all. She was one of the easiest students I've ever had. We didn't do private lessons. She was in one of my small group programs. And after 2 months, she spoke German. That's her saying that, not me. Her name was Diana. And I'm not telling you this because I want to tell you how great of a teacher I am. But I'm telling this to you because what was wrong here was the method. It wasn't her, it wasn't the language. And most people, when they run into a problem, they think it's them or they think it's the language. And it's neither of them. Everyone can learn German, but you have to use the right method. So if you want to know what you can do to actually learn German, then join me in the free workshop. Hat to actually learn German. It's really a culmination of all the things that I'm using in my German programs and also in the podcast, by the way. Join me in the workshop. It's a live, free workshop with me. I'd love to see you there. It's on Zoom, and you can find out everything about it at bettergerman.info/workshop.